When you think of stress, what comes to mind? Probably panic attacks, anxiety, maybe even a full-blown emotional breakdown. But what if I told you that long before stress ever gets to that point, your body has been sending you quiet, subtle warning signals? These are the kinds of signals most of us ignore, explain away, or just accept as normal. By the time stress feels completely unbearable, the damage has likely been happening for months or even years. In this video, we're going to uncover the early warning signs that your body is under too much stress. The signs that are rarely talked about, are scientifically real, and are incredibly important to recognize as early as possible. First, let's understand that stress isn't just an emotion. It's a complex biological process involving your brain, nervous system, hormones, immune system, and even your metabolism. When your brain perceives any kind of threat, physical, emotional, or psychological, it triggers what's known as the HPA axis. This leads to a flood of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. In short bursts, this response is fantastic. It's protective, but when stress becomes chronic, these same mechanisms start to break your body down from the inside out. Your body rarely breaks down suddenly. Instead, it sends out these early warnings, these progressive changes that indicate your stress load has exceeded your capacity to recover. One of the earliest and most telling signs is persistent fatigue that rest just doesn't fix. This isn't your typical tiredness. This fatigue feels deep, heavy, and constant. It's because chronic cortisol elevation messes with your internal body clock, your circadian rhythm. It disrupts energy production in your cells and impairs your body's ability to repair itself at night. Your body stays in a state of high alert, even while you sleep, preventing you from ever feeling fully restored. Next up is brain fog and reduced cognitive performance. Chronic stress literally changes the structure and function of your brain, especially in the areas responsible for memory, focus, and decision-making. As stress hormones stay elevated, the neural connections that help you think clearly begin to weaken. This might show up as difficulty concentrating, being more forgetful, thinking more slowly, or having trouble processing information. These changes aren't permanent, but they are clear indicators that your nervous system is under serious strain. Then there are digestive changes. Your gut is incredibly sensitive to stress because it is directly connected to your brain through the vagus nerve. When you're stressed, blood flow and energy are pulled away from digestion and sent to your survival systems. This can lead to bloating, acid reflux, constipation, diarrhea, or just general abdominal discomfort. Chronic stress also changes the good bacteria in your gut and can lead to inflammation. Have you ever had unexplained muscle tension and pain? That's another big one. Stress primes your body for action by increasing muscle tone. When that stress never lets up, your muscles stay in a low-level state of contraction. This often shows up as tight shoulders, neck pain, jaw clenching, tension headaches, or a sore lower back. Pain that appears without an obvious injury is often a sign of a chronically activated nervous system, not a structural problem with your body. Let's talk about sleep. Before you get to full-blown insomnia, stress often causes more subtle sleep disruptions. Maybe you find yourself waking up way too early, having light or restless sleep, or experiencing really vivid dreams. Or perhaps you feel wide awake at night, but completely exhausted during the day. This happens because stress interferes with melatonin production and keeps your fight or flight system active, preventing your brain from entering the deep, restorative stages of sleep. An often overlooked sign is heightened sensory sensitivity. Do you find yourself getting easily overwhelmed by bright lights, loud noises, or crowded places? This happens because your brain's threat detection systems become overactive. When your nervous system is already overstimulated, everyday sensory input can feel like an assault, leading to irritability, anxiety, or the urge to just withdraw from everything. Your immune system also takes a hit. Chronic stress suppresses your immune activity, making your body less efficient at defending itself. The early signs are subtle, more frequent colds, recurring infections that just won't go away, or wounds that take forever to heal. You might just feel perpetually run down. These symptoms are often dismissed, but they're a clear sign that stress is weakening your body's defenses. And what about your appetite? Stress messes with the hormones that regulate hunger. For some, this means a total loss of appetite. For others, it triggers intense cravings, especially for sugar, salt, and processed foods. These cravings aren't a sign of weak willpower. They driven by cortisol's effect on your blood sugar and your brain's desperate demand for quick energy. Another surprising sign is emotional numbness. Chronic stress can disrupt the balance of your brain's feel-good chemicals like dopamine and serotonin. So instead of feeling anxious, some people start to feel emotionally flat, detached, or just can't find pleasure in activities they used to love. This is often an early stage of burnout and a serious signal of nervous system overload. Your heart can give you clues, too. Stress ramps up your heart rate and blood pressure. Early on, this might manifest as heart palpitations, a racing heart even when you're resting, or just a constant sense of internal tension. Over time, this persistent activation increases the risk of serious cardiovascular issues if the stress isn't managed. Even your skin, hair, and nails can tell the story. Stress drives inflammation and affects circulation and nutrient delivery. As a result, you might see worsening acne, eczema, or psoriasis. You might notice more hair shedding than usual, or that your nails have become brittle. These external changes often reflect a deeper internal imbalance. Perhaps one of the most important signs is a reduced tolerance for stress itself. Minor challenges suddenly feel overwhelming. Your emotional reactions seem way out of proportion to the situation. It takes you longer to recover from stressful events. This loss of resilience is a critical signal that your body's adaptive systems are completely maxed out. Hormones are also deeply affected. In women, early signs of chronic stress can include irregular periods, worsened PMS, low libido, or changes in fertility. In men, it can lead to reduced testosterone, a drop in motivation, and low energy. These changes show that stress is suppressing the entire hormonal system. Pay attention to your breathing. Chronic stress often shifts your breathing from deep, slow belly breaths to shallow chest breathing. You might find yourself sighing frequently or even holding your breath without realizing it. This breathing pattern actually reinforces anxiety and keeps the stress signals firing in your brain. Finally, there's blood sugar instability. Stress hormones pump glucose into your bloodstream while making your body less sensitive to insulin. Early signs include energy crashes, feeling shaky or dizzy if you delay a meal, and getting irritable when you're hungry. These are all symptoms of stress-related metabolic issues. So why do all these signs matter so much? Because they are not weaknesses. They are protective warnings. Stress itself isn't the enemy. It's the constant lack of recovery that's harmful. When stress becomes constant and recovery disappears, your body shifts from adapting to breaking down. Recognizing these early signs allows you to intervene before stress turns into chronic disease. Your body is always communicating with you. It is not failing you. Every single signal we've talked about today is your body asking for balance, for recovery, and for care. You don't need to eliminate all stress from your life. That's impossible. You just need to restore recovery. If this video helped you understand your body a little better, take a moment right now to just pause, take a deep breath, and maybe move a little. Your health isn't something to fix later. It's something to protect now. Thanks for watching. If you want more science-based wellness insights that actually respect your time, subscribe for more. See you in the next one.